This video will be looking at trial frame fitting and we're going to talk about two different types of trial frames. So we're going to be looking at the plastic trial frames and the metal trial frames. Preparing the trial frame is key so that there are only 3 points of contact on the patient's face, behind the ears and at the nose. To do this with a metal trial frame, first we want to ensure that the arms are set at the same angle. The angle of the trial frame arms can be adjusted using the screw at the sides. You can adjust them up and down accordingly so that it'll fit flat on the patient's head. The key with the metal trial frames is this screw at the front. If you unlock the screw, you're able to adjust the angle for where the nose pad's going to lay, and also you can adjust the height. And then we want to ensure that the bridge is angled slightly backwards so that the trial frame will be on the patient's nose, at the bridge of the nose, and then lock that screw into place. At this point, you can adjust the trial frame so it matches the pupillary distance of your patient. It's important to note that there are back chambers so that you can reduce the back vertex distance and also free up the front of the trial frame for additional lenses for adjusting cylinder. Once you have the setup, then you can put it onto your patient's ears, making sure that you attach the trial frame first behind one ear and then behind the other before fitting that. Once fitted, you can adjust the angle of a trial frame using the screw on the side, which can raise or lower each of the trial frame arms. You want to ensure that the PD, the pupillary distance, is set for your patient and that you have a pantoscopic tilt at the front here. And if you get the patient to look to the side, then you can check the back vertex distance for the trial frame. Here there are more than 3 points of contact with the patient's face, with the back chambers actually touching the patient's nose. To adjust this, angle the nose pad backwards, ensure the locking screw is tight, and then you can achieve a better fit on the patient's face. You can see that the trial frame is not straight on the patient's face. So by changing the angle of the side, making this adjustment, you're able to get the trial frame fitting straight on the patient. The key difference with the plastic trial frame is that there is no locking screw, so you can adjust the height of the bridge as required. You can also adjust behind the ears the angle of drop so that they fit better for your patients. Once set up, you can put the trial frame onto your patient's face, going behind the right ear and then the left ear, and just ensure that the trial frame is straight. You can adjust the angle of the arms using the screws on either side, and you need to ensure that the trial frame is set for your patient's pupillary distance. At this point, make sure that the pupils are in the center of where the lenses will go. You can adjust the nose bridge while this frame is on your patient's face, and ensure that you have a pantoscopic tilt, and then you can check the back vertex distance for the lenses. Once again, we've got more than 3 points of contact with the patient's face, and the trial frame's touching the side of the patient's nose here. So we need to adjust this angle and raise our bridge slightly to get a better fit. Here we can see that the trial frame is not straight on our patient's face, so we need to adjust the sides in order to get the trial frame fitting straight for our patient.